is derived from kitsune, the Japanese word for fox. His final form, Geats 9, is based on the full word. Meanwhile, the Magnum Shooter 40X is based off the word fox, and the Geats Buster QB9 sounds like QB, the mythical nine-tailed fox.
Tycoon!
Tycoon is derived from the Japanese word for raccoon dog, tanuki, which is then mixed into the anagram tycoon before finally being romanized as tycoon, with the kun part referring to raccoon. His name also refers to Tycoon, a title used for shoguns of Japan. Tycoon would eventually receive the shogun-themed Ujin sword as his final form.
Nago!
Her name is based off the Japanese word for cat,
Neko!
and the onomatopoeia for cat's meow,
Nya!
making Nyako, and then finally changed to Nago.
Buffa!
It's buffalo without the low. This fact was joked about in the Geats Hyper Battle DVD. Buffa isn't too fond of how simple his name is.
Ginten!
A simple anagram of the Japanese word for penguin, pengin.
Mary!
His name is likely taken from the titular character of the Mary Had a Little Lamb nursery rhyme, which goes with the sheep motif.
Japan!
A simple anagram of panda, with pen being elongated.
I'm Punkjack! Punkjack?
His name is a combination of the Japanese pronunciation of the words pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern. Punk can also refer to Win being a punk rocker.
Shiro!
His name is an elongated version of Shiro, the Japanese word for white, which also refers to the Japanese word for polar bear.
Shirokuma! Keiro!
Keiro's name comes from Keiro no Hi, or respect for the aged day, which is associated with owls, and also refers to Itetsu's elderly age.
Ro!
Is taken from the Japanese word for owl.
Fukuro!
It is then romanized as Lo, which is an anagram of owl. Hey Buffa, I found your Lo.
NANI?
Letter!
Ladder's design is based off a white goat. Her name is likely based off a Japanese nursery rhyme called Yagi-san Yubin, or Goat's Mail, which is about two goats, one white, one black, sending letters to each other, but never getting a chance to read it, as they always end up eating it.
Lobo!
Based off the Spanish and Portuguese word for wolf, lobo. They just flipped the B down.
Nachi Sparrow!
Sparrow is taken directly from his animal motif. Nobody knows what does Naj mean.
Hakubi!
Taken from the Japanese word for her animal motif,
Hakubishin!
otherwise known as the masked palm civet,
Groovy!
is an anagram of beagle, referring to his animal motif,
Butchi!
based off the Japanese word for spots, which can be read as buchi. This references the spots of a Dalmatian's fur, which is his animal motif.
Gyago!
His name is based off Nagos, which as we know, is derived from Neko, with the beginning part coming from Gya, the Japanese onomatopoeia for a scream.
Tarbon!
Turbon's name is derived by rearranging part of
Botanniku!
the Japanese word for meat from a wild boar.
Burari!
Burali's name originates from,
Burari!
which is a Japanese onomatopoeia for hanging, which refers to how bats hang themselves upside down when they perch.
Shika!
An elongated version of the Japanese word for deer.
Shika! Kurosugiitsu!
The axe is derived from the Roman numeral for 10, making him have a larger number than Geats 9, which his design is directly based off. The axe is pronounced as cross, which may be referring to the cross fox. The Japanese spelling for cross contains the Japanese word for black,
Kuro!
which is Cross Geats' main color. I wish this guy has 10 tails on his back to go with his name better. The riders accessed by the laser razorizer are named after Japanese onomatopoeias.
Jin.
From the Japanese onomatopoeia Jinto, which means someone is moved emotionally, which is Jin's reason for watching the Desire Grand Prix.
Kekeda.
Is derived from kera kera, the Japanese onomatopoeia for laughter. This refers to Kekera's wish to have an ideal laugh.
Beroba.
Comes from bedo bedoba, an onomatopoeia for teasing someone or sticking someone's tongue out, which fits with her personality.
Kyun.
An onomatopoeia associated with heart tightening or skipping a beat in reaction to strong emotions, most commonly love. His name makes sense given that Neon's wish is to find true love,
リガード
based off the word regard, which in his case means to look carefully at something or someone, as a lot of the far future characters have eye-related names.
リガードオメガ
Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet, which can refer to the fact that Regard Omega is the final proper Kamen Rider introduced in Geats, as well as the final boss of the show.
GM ライダ
GM stands for Game Master, as only Game Masters can create GM riders by using a rider form in the Vision driver.
警備隊ライダ
Kibitai translate to security, as the KB riders are the gods of the Desire Grand Prix.
リエンドライダー
Refers to how they only appeared near the end of Geats in the last 2 episodes during Swell's final DGP. Now on to the nobodies.
トゲッチ
Togechi comes from the Japanese word for don, toge, fitting for his hedgehog motif,
ガルン
from the Japanese onomatopoeia for growl,
ガルルランサ
derived from Black Panther, his animal motif.
ー月シ
Gashi is based off a beaver, and his name is derived from
月歯類
the Japanese word for rodent, which is the family of animals that beavers belong to.
チュータ
Chuta is based off a mouse, and his name is derived from the Japanese onomatopoeia for squeak.
チューチュー
I do not know the etymology for the unseen riders, so you guys can pause and try to figure them out if you want. Special thanks to the Kamen Rider Wiki for the etymology information, and thanks to Christian Antoine for the inspiration for this video. Till next time, see ya!